Hi guys! Mabuhay! Welcome back to our channel. This is Efraim, your hardinerong kapitbahay. It's another day and another plan to discuss. Ano pang hinihintay nyo? Tara! Samahan nyo ako at magkwentuhan tayo. Hi guys! Mabuhay! Welcome back to our channel. This is Efraim, your hardinerong kapitbahay. Magandang araw mga kapuso, kapatid, kapamilya at mga kapitbahay. When we say ornamental plants, we often relate to this to plants that are expensive and requires skills to maintain and grow. But there are plants that can become a beautiful ornamental plants. And one of these plants is called Heterotis rotundifolia. Okay? Heterotis rotundifolia. Okay? This plant is also known as the Spanish shawl, pink lady, trailing disotis. And as you can see, yung kanyang mga pangalan is actually made primarily dahil sa kanyang unique na bulaklak. Okay? So, yung seller, nung sinabi niya sa akin ito, one of the distinguishing characteristics daw ng ating plant is actually when the color of the stems is pink or reddish part, yun din daw yung halos equivalent nung petals ng ating flower. So, the flower itself is quite maliit lang. Hindi naman siya ganong kalakihan, pero maliliit lang halos yung kanyang mga bulaklak. But this plant is actually a very nice addition as a hanging plant or pwede natin ilagay sa potted plant as well as pwede siguro natin i-consider yung mga ground covering. Now, originally, this plant came from tropical West Africa. And as you can see, this Disotis rotundifolia can grow a variety of ways. Pwede siyang straight up, katulad dito, erect, or lying flat sa ating ground. So, it means only na yung ating mga plants can be branching. Katulad dito isang to. So, this one is actually a branching type of our plant itself. Okay? So, when the stems trail, they root where the leaf connects to the stem. So, ibig sabihin, dun sa nodes nung ating pinaka-plant o doon sa mga internodes ng ating pinaka-plant, doon lumalabas yung mga roots. Kagaya ito, this one is actually, nagkakaroon na siya ng crawling, and then doon sa pinaka-part na yon, doon tumutubo yung tinatawag nating roots. The nice thing about this plant also is, it is a type of herbaceous type of plant. Yung kanyang stem is herbaceous. Pero as it grows or as it grow older, nagiging parang woody type siya. So woody, tapos going to the younger part of the stems, nagiging naman siyang herbaceous. So woody, herbaceous, tapos yung pinakadulo, yung kung saan yung pinaka-young na dahon, makakakita tayo doon ng mga small or tiny na mga hairs na kung saan is actually the distinguishing characteristics of this particular plant also. Okay. So, there are different types of color for the flowers of this plant. So, as you can see, medyo hindi ganun ka-attractive yung ating plant na to. Pero, what is attractive with this plant is yung kanyang pinaka-flowering stages niya. Okay? So, the flower can appear to be pink to dark reddish in color. So, that is actually one thing na napakaganda with this plant, okay? During its flowering stages. Now, you will able to notice also the leaves are oval shaped and three-rib type. So, ibig sabihin lang nun, yung kanyang pinakadahon, as you can see, meron siyang tatlong guhit doon sa pinaka-stems, which is vertical doon sa kanyang pinaka-leaves itself, or sa pinaka-leaf blade, which is quite different from the rest. Kasi mapapansin natin na most of those things, katulad ng mga pitonia natin, they have this parang venated type na dahon. Pero in this case, medyo vertical yung kanyang pinaka leaves dito. Okay? So, the size of the leaves here, hindi na siya lalaki from 1 to 3 centimeters lamang. Okay, long. So, and also it could cover up to 6 to 15 millimeters wide. So, ganun lang siya kaliit. So, if you're going to ask me about this plant, kung pwede ba siyang gawin natin na pinaka-center stage, well, it's up to us kung paano natin ilalagay siya sa isang decorative na pots. Okay? But as for me, I would rather put this one as a hanging plants kasi Gusto ko magkaroon siya ng trailing kasi this plant also is a good climber na klase ng halaman. Okay? So the flowers of the Solstice rotundifolia or yung rotundifolia natin is actually solitary type. Okay? It has stalks of flowers, like the leaves are covered with tiny oppressed hairs. Tapos yung petals of the flower will reach up to 1.2 to 2 centimeters length and range to pink to pale purple in color. So ganun naman siya kaganda in terms of the flower. Unfortunately, hindi ko lang may ipapakita sa inyo yung kanyang bulaklak kasi tapos na yung kanyang flowering stage. And also, since tapos na yung kanyang flowering stage, it is successful naman doon sa tinatawag nating pag-produce ng kanyang pinaka seeds. So, ganito naman ang kanyang seeds. Kaya pansin niyo yan, naputol na lang dun sa pinakalalagyan niya. But this is actually the seeds of this plant. Okay? Na once it was being dried up or naging brownish in color na siya, ibig sabihin lang nun, enough na yun para mag-produce ng maliliit or tiny na mga buto yung ating plants. Okay. Now, the light this particular plant well, yung kanyang light na requirements niya, it could survive up to semi-shade to full sun type. So this plant medyo maganda siyang ilagay natin sa loob ng ating or malapit sa porch o kaya naman ay pwede natin siyang ilagay sa ating garden. It could really withstand up to 0 degrees Celsius. So hindi masyado siyang alagain in terms of the temperature. So kasi it could withstand a particular temperature. But the only thing here is it requires a humid environment or highly humid environment. Kasi nga yung kanyang material really needs to have a watery type. Okay? So water preference, it should be moderate water. While the soil, actually the best soil for this one is drained, neutral, or slightly acidic soils or humus. Okay. Now in terms of the fertilizer, it does not require any fertilizer. They could survive with a minimum amount of fertilizer. Actually nga, since na siya ay pwedeng mag-grow sa humus, it could also climb to dun sa mga rocks or serve as a creeping vine or climbing among boulders. So yung mga malalaking bato, pwede siya doon gumapang. Okay? Kaya maganda siyang ilagay sa ating mga garden, especially sa mga ground covering. Now, as I've told you a while ago, in terms of the propagation, this could be propagated through seeds, stem cuttings, or even stolon cuttings. So, that is actually what is nice about this plant. Okay. Now, this has also some medicinal value. Or meron siyang medicinal use. That's a good thing about this plant. Although, meron din tayong risk na tinatawag. Kasi this plant could be an invasive type of specimen. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng pakawalan lamang sa ating garden kasi it could really be invasive. So, kasi napakadali niyang dumami at napakadali niyang mag-propagate. So, what we are suggesting is for you to control the growth of this one by just putting this sa ating mga pots. Okay? O kaya sa isang hanging plant. Kasi napakadali niya talagang dumami. Okay? So, guys, if you want to have something like this one in your garden, as I've told you a while ago, yun nga, you have to really control the growth of this plant. Although maganda siya, pero syempre, kung nagkakaroon na siya ng problema or nagbibigay na siya ng problema with our other plants, well, that is not good with us. Okay? Especially if you are rearing or if you are cultivating some of those magagandang mga halaman. Okay? So, I think that's all, folks. You're watching Planting with F and Grace. Please watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you may add to your FB list our FB page, si Maria Gracia at ang Lihim na Artin. Okay? See you again next time for another plant that we're going to discuss. And I do hope sa next time na ipakita ko sa inyo to, meron na siyang bulaklak. Okay? Thank you and goodbye!